Be coming around the mountain when he comes. He'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. 9 commits in 72 hours. Hey, we come. What a day. What a day. 3 commits today. Boom, boom, boom. Come on with it now. Buffs are humming, and it looks like there's going to be more. I know. We got to talk all about it. Let's talk about the 3 big time commits today. It's exciting stuff. Before we get into any of that, before any more jingles happen, you know what we got to do. What is going on, Buff Nation? Welcome back to another video. So, like I said, he'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. Had their spring game just yesterday, which we did talk about. Again, it was more of a practice. It wasn't really anything flashy. Got out there, showed the crowd what was going on. Shador got to sling it around a little bit, but nothing too crazy that really broke out. And I said some guys were visiting, some things were going to happen. And the 2 that committed today that I've already foreshadowed this. I talked about this a little bit ago before really anything kind of hit the market on the Hood brothers here, and Colton Hood and Brandon Hood. Now, Colton Hood is the cornerback from Auburn, which I was like, look, this kid's going to be an absolute stud of a pickup if they're able to get him, and it looked like that his brother Brandon Hood would be going along with him. Now, Brandon Hood doesn't have necessarily the accolades or on paper to back up what Colton Hood is bringing to the table, but I will talk about Brandon. We did talk about it in the last show a little bit, but I remind all of you, before we do that, though, Colton Hood, what he brings to the table is youth, okay? A lot of eligibility left with Colton Hood coming to Colorado. Again, that quarterback room is absolutely stout. So why come to Colorado? Because I want to be developed by the best. I want to play with the best, play for the best, and become the best. And what you see what he's got going on right here with a 70.4 overall grade. He doesn't have an overall rating. He didn't have enough snaps last year to give him that grade, but 5'11", 183. He is a freshman. So again, coming to Colorado with a ton of eligibility left, which why I like this is it's a depth piece. Something that I've been stating this entire time is, look, all these guys leaving, I'm not concerned about on filling in for quality, but the quantity there and backing up and having some depth, I was concerned about. Now we're starting to get those pieces, starting to all those guys that left, filling right back in for guys that have played at a SEC caliber, played for a Power 5 school. So the talent that is coming in is fresher, it's younger, and appears to have a bigger upside than the guys that left. That's absolutely huge. So think about that. All the cornerbacks that left weren't going to be starting. We knew that, okay? But I said, look, the question mark is going to be the depth there. Now you're bringing somebody in to fill that in with Colton Hood. Now, Brandon Hood is what excites me. The running back room, which just literally 48 hours ago, we were kind of scratching our head going, okay, we can back up a lot of things, but when Dylan Edwards left, it's like, okay, this thing is thin. And then boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Right back, filled right up, ready to rock and roll. Brandon Hood had a lot of Power 5 offers coming out of high school, had a knee injury that kind of wiped it all away, walked on at Georgia. So he was a walk-on in Georgia last year. So again, doesn't carry necessarily the same weight or flash as some of the other transfer guys have, but has a ton of talent and ability to really break out there and could be something special to watch over the next few years to come. So just keep an eye on that. Again, backing up this running back room, which at one point seemed to be just decimated. And now all of a sudden it's filled back up, and we got another pair of brothers that will be joining the Colorado Buffs. So love to see a little family reunion out there in Colorado, and both of these gentlemen have a ton of eligibility. So again, both are coming in to fulfill that need of depth. And he's talked about this before. I mentioned it, and then Coach Prime literally said it shortly after this. I was stating, he said, look, when you go and get these guys that are in their sophomore, even that redshirt of their freshman year, which we're going to get into the offensive tackle who they landed, you skip all the nonsense of the recruiting that you would the year prior, because those guys coming out of high school, there's an ego about it. They're being told by everybody that they're the best, that they're the man. And then as soon as they get to college, they realize, punch in the face, you're not quite the man. You're not what you thought you were. You're not what you thought you were in high school. I know you were the number 1 guy in high school. I know you were the best in your state, county, whatever. But guess what? Everyone playing here right next to you was the same as you were, but played in a different county, a better county, etc. So you eliminate that when you go get these guys that are felt that and are looking elsewhere. Once they become unhappy or just uncertain that, this isn't necessarily the place for me, and you kind of eliminate all the nuances of recruiting. And again, this is what I keep always going back to. People are going to question it and throw sticks and stones at this situation. Colorado and the Buffs have to maneuver much differently than your typical Power 5 football team, given the circumstances, given the budget they have. They can't move and operate the same way. So all of this is going to feel unorthodox and look different, especially from a school like Colorado that has never really even been on the surface like they are currently. So again, I love it. It's exciting to see. The next big pickup, which I think is fantastic. The reason why I love this one, again, it's answering to the depth piece. Not necessarily a guy that's coming in to start right away. He is coming to be developed. He is coming to play and be developed by professionals, which is what Coach Prime keeps stating. Offensive tackle here, all right? Throw him in there behind Jordan Seaton. Allow him to develop. He redshirted his 2 years, so he's got 4 years of eligibility left. Played at Clemson, never actually played, but was a 4-star coming out of high school when he was playing in high school. Zack Owens stands at a 6'6", 375. He was a top 200 player when he came out of high school. 18th offensive tackle in the country, number 20 overall recruit out of Georgia. Here's what they said about him when he was coming out. Size unverified, but is legitimately massive with college-ready height and mass. Sure enough, 6'6". Big frame fosters large reach. Here's what I love. Packs a powerful punch with overwhelming strength for his high school competition. Simply swallows up many opponents and flashes knockdowns power at the point of attack and on the move, whether as a puller or climbing to the second level. Also, and a lot of great things they also said about him too. But again, this isn't going to be a guy that probably starts right away. Could see some snaps, could see some rotation. But the biggest thing to me is that this is addressing the depth situation that is a problem currently. And again, everybody kind of up in arms of like what's happening here. They're simply just, again, that pantry reference that Coach Prime always refers to is like, we had to fill it in the first time we got here. Now we have it filled up. Now we're picking out. So now we've got some great value seasonings. We're taking out great value. We're putting McCormick in, right? We're filling in with a great value with some McCormick pieces. So now the pantry is filled up, but now we're able to provide value in each of these slots versus just sticking it in there. And we're being precise with how we're doing it. And this to me is answering that. And now this puts the Buffs at 76 scholarship positions. And again, they were down to 69 just 72 hours ago, up to 76. 85 is the target. They're not done. We're going to have a whole other video talking about Coach Prime and him basically saying like there's more on the way. He gives numbers of who's coming and what's coming and when and all that good stuff. He says he doesn't know when it's happening because obviously everyone has their timeline. They definitely have something organized here of how they're releasing this. I feel like we might have 3 a day for the remainder of the week because they've got to get to 85, right? So that's 9 more spots they've got to fill in. Think about it, right? 3, 6, 9. There's 3 more days of this noise that could possibly be popping off. So you know what you need to do. You need to smash the like button, subscribe, turn the bell on for when this does happen. You guys are ready and prepared for this because it's been mayhem. It's been craziness since the beginning. They had a great day yesterday with the recruits after the game, sitting with them dinners, all those good things. Big concert Friday night. So all in all, great weekend for the Buffs. Great recruiting weekend as well, and it seems to be paying off. And again, there's a lot of big-time studs, 4- and 5-star guys in the 2025 class that haven't made an announcement yet, but they were definitely involved with those things. And again, Julian Lewis, somebody we keep mentioning on this channel, definitely somebody to keep an eye on. So again, smash the like button. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this entire weekend, how you feel the last 72 hours have been for yourself. Want to hear from you. Turn the bell on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, baby.